completely free tonight just for being here. So the Success Connection, for those of you that are new, the Success Connection is a training that I do every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Been doing it for 3 years now. And this is a training that I do that's kind of all encompassing. So it doesn't matter which program, which software, which training, which course that you've purchased of ours. This coaching class and this, kind of, we call it Success Connection, is not specific to any one thing, okay? So this is something that anybody can use, anybody can do. And really what it's meant for is, a lot of times you buy a course, you buy a software, and one of two things will happen, okay? And if you agree with me and you're on Facebook, you're on YouTube, you're in the group, or you're on GoToWebinar, because I know we're packing out GoToWebinar right now, and so it's going to get full here in just a minute. There won't be any way for anybody else to get on. So no matter where you're logging on from, I want you to answer this for me and tell me if this is true. When you buy a course or a product or anything like that, there's normally two things that can happen, okay? Two things that can happen that suck and one thing that's good. The one thing that's good is you go through the course, you learn everything, you love it, you're so thrilled about it, you implement everything, you make a ton of money, and you are the biggest ambassador for that course, that product, that software that anybody's ever seen, right? Okay, so that happens. And so if you can't hear the audio, you might have to log off and log back on, but everybody can hear me. So audio is working fine. Okay, but the two things that suck that can happen are, number one, you log in, you get into the course, and sometimes the course is outdated. Literally, if I created a course today, okay, it could be outdated tomorrow if something changed. How many of you would agree with me and have seen that happen before? Just say yes. Okay, so courses, while they're great, can become outdated. That can happen, right? Another thing that happens is you get into a course, maybe it's perfect, it's right, it's up to date, everything is great. You get into the course and you start hitting roadblocks. You start hitting things, videos and trainings and parts of the, the whole process, the PDFs that we have, and you say, oh my gosh, I can't figure this out. I'm all on my own. And then here's what you do. You quit, you give up, and you stop because you weren't able to really connect enough with us or with our support group or with anybody else to help you have more success, right? So let me ask you, has that happened to you? All right. I see lots and lots and lots of people saying yes. Okay, well, the reason I created the Success Connection was to eliminate that. I created the Success Connection to eliminate those problems for you, for all of my students. It's an opportunity for us to get on here live. I can learn from you kind of what we could do better, and then you can learn from me, and it's completely free. So it keeps you engaged, right? It keeps you on the right path. And it's going to keep you locked and loaded so that you can have more success with your online business. So that's the reason why we created this. It's phenomenal, at least I think it is. And it's all about connection, right? I was just talking with one of my friends the other day, and I find this to be a very important point in business. But you've heard people say build a network, right? You hear people say this all the time. Is it build a network, build a network? Well, who the hell is in your network, right? Like, who do you build a network of? Right? A lot of times, you sit there and you hear this, build a network, and you look around and you're like, well, who do I need to network with? You don't know, right? Well, what I love about the Success Connection is we're building our own network. We're building a network of people who are like-minded, people with the same goal, people with the same dreams, people with the same passion to build a business, be an entrepreneur, do it online, do it the right way, not the wrong way, right? Do it the legit way, not the stuff that you hear people teaching, and they want to help each other. Right? And that's what this community is all about. And that's the reason why we do the Success Connection each and every week. So for that reason, I oftentimes give things away that I would never, ever have done before, right? And so tonight, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be first going over, and I'm going to pull up my whiteboard here. All right. So for those of you that are new, this is my digital whiteboard. I love it. And it makes life really easy, and it makes class really great. So, of course, we'll just always like to be polite and say welcome. All right, so what are we going to be doing tonight? Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over what we call funnel building basics. All right. These are the basic things that I want you to know about building funnels, okay, about building your online funnel, all right? Now, remember, there's lots and lots of types of funnels, right? There are funnels like what we call maybe a webinar funnel, okay? And that webinar funnel is a registration page, okay, that collects your information and pushes you over to a place that's playing a webinar. How many of you have been through a funnel like this, right? Where literally you register for a webinar, next page you see a webinar, right? Then if you buy something, you go to the sales page, right? So this is a sales page. This would be a very basic, okay, very basic webinar funnel. There's VSL funnels. There's all kinds of different funnels, okay? What we've been talking about mainly in our business is the squeeze page funnel, okay? So this is something we've been talking about the most here on the Success Connection, okay? This is very, very basic type of thing. We have what we call an opt-in page where we get an email address. We send people off to a thank you page, okay? And then we also dump them into what we call an autoresponder, which is basically your list, okay? This is a very basic, we'll just call this opt-in, okay? This is a very basic squeeze page funnel. We squeeze an email address, all right? And once we get that email address, then we start sending emails. We send them onto a thank you page. And of course, normally that thank you page has a money link, okay, on the page where if they click it, they go over here and you make money, okay? So lots and lots of different types of funnel, okay, of funnels. What we're gonna do tonight is start talking about the basics of building funnels. We're gonna start at step one and kind of go through the end in the next few weeks, because for the next few weeks, we're gonna be doing our funnel building workshop, okay? And I believe that this funnel, it's called the Funnel Mastery Workshop. So this is what's happening right now. It's the Funnel Mastery Workshop. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to make sure that even though I've given you guys a ton of funnels, I've given you a lot of funnels, I want to make sure that you understand the ins and outs. I want to make sure you understand the little things that maybe will keep your funnel from being massively successful, right? I want to make sure you understand the little nuances that most people don't understand. How many of you like that? Just say yes. Okay, very good. I see lots and lots of yeses. I want to congratulate the Success Connection. It looks like we have successfully reached 1,000 people on this webinar. That means we have maxed GoToWebinar out. Everybody, congratulations. We have maxed out GoToWebinar, so we will probably have more people trying to watch here on YouTube and or on Facebook. If you're on GoToWebinar, I would highly suggest that you not jump off, because you probably will not make it back in, as we have now maxed it out 15 minutes in. So the Funnel Mastery Workshop is going to go on for the next 1 to 4 weeks, right? So I told you it's going to be, obviously it's going to be over a week, but probably for the next 4 weeks or so, we're really going to dive in to the building blocks, right? We want to know the specifics, right? We want to know the specifics. The specifics of building a funnel. We want to know what are the optimization strategies that we can use when building any funnel that we want, okay? In the past, I have given you funnels that pretty much, I think anyway, have been very, very, I guess, pointed. These funnels are funnels that are specific to one thing, either internet marketing or promoting a free book or something like that. In other words, we've given you very specific funnels. What I'm going to do tonight, for those of you that stay until the end, I'm going to give you 10 free Mastery Funnel Club funnels free. Now, these are actually part of a paid course that we'll be launching soon. I'll show you right now that is accurate and true. If you have your Morrison Education account, which I'm sure most of you have a Morrison Education account. If you don't, you should, because this is where you can access, like right here, you can access your Success Connection replays. So all the replays literally for 3 years of our Success Connections live right here. So you have 3 years worth of coaching. That's 150 sessions at anywhere from an hour to 2 hours a piece. You're talking about probably 300 hours of internet marketing coaching completely free right here. But you'll see that we have a course coming soon called the Mastery Funnel Club. And so how many of you have seen this button in your members area? Just say yes if you've seen it. Okay. Lots and lots of people. So what my idea was to create an opportunity where our team could build out funnels for you every single month. Not something super expensive, something kind of a monthly membership to this little club where we're building out all these awesome funnels for you, and you're able to step in and use them instead of having to hire people to design them for you. And so I started thinking about this, and I thought, man, we should do this. And so I stuck this little thing in here. I said, let's make it happen. We got the first 10 done. And then I said, you know what? I think we just need to give the first 10 away for free. I said, I think that makes more sense to me. I said, let's just give the first 10 of these away for free. How many of you like free instead of paid? Just say yes. All right. Very good. All right. Very, very good. I see lots and lots of people saying yes. All right. So the first 10 of these will be given away for free tonight. I want to be very, very, very clear because there's going to be somebody somewhere tonight that's going to get angry at me. This will be available for 15 minutes at the end of the webinar. 15 minutes. At the end of 15 minutes, it comes down. There will be no exceptions. There will be no sending me emails to get the links because I will not put the links in emails. This will only be available for 15 minutes. I am going to give you, okay, something that we are going to charge for. And the reason I want to do this is I want two things from you, okay? Number one, I want you to use the funnels. And number two, I want feedback. I want to know, how could we make these better? What could we do to do better? You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense to everybody? All right. So basically, I'm letting you test it for free. I'm giving you the first 10. The idea with the Mastery Funnel Club is we'll do 10 of these every single month. So with the Mastery Funnel Club, we'll be doing 10 funnels every month plus 2 separate funnel building coaching sessions with my team. So not with me, but with my team that actually builds the funnels, right? So they even know more about the ins and outs of ClickFunnels than I do, right? And I had to beg them to teach because they're not really teachers, right? They're the guys that are in the trenches building these things every single day. They love doing this, but it's not something that they really wanted to teach. But over time, I've shown them like the massive amount of interest, the massive amount of success that our students have had, all because, in my opinion anyway, all because of the success of our funnels that we've been giving you guys every single week. So I think that this is I think it's a pretty good opportunity. So anyway, so for tonight, because you're here, you'll get 10 of them for free. They will not be available next week. They won't be available the next week. Within a few weeks, they'll be for sale. Okay, and you'll have them completely free. You'll be able to give me feedback, and all of this will, I think, will really work well. Okay. All right. So that is what we have on the agenda for tonight. So what we want to start off with, though, is funnel building. Okay. Well, let's talk about the first step. All right. Now this is my step. This is what I do. Okay. In order to, when I start to build a funnel, this is the step I take. Okay. The first step that I take is I want to determine what is the goal. What is the goal of this funnel? Okay. What is the goal of this funnel? All right. That's extremely important. All right. Sometimes the goal can be to collect emails. All right. So to collect email addresses. All right. So sometimes that is the goal of a funnel. Sometimes the goal of the funnel is to create a sale. All right. So sometimes the goal of the funnel is literally to just create the sale. All right. Let's see. I was just looking. I'm trying to find share. Just looking back through some of your comments. All right. Everybody seems good. Okay. So sometimes the goal is to create a step. Sometimes it's to put someone on a webinar. Okay, so if you were either an affiliate of of a product that's sold via a webinar, maybe you have your own webinar, something like that, then sometimes the goal is to put somebody on a webinar. Sometimes the goal is to build brand awareness. So in other words, the goal is to create this brand awareness, okay, around yourself. All right, so what is the goal? Does everybody understand that this is step one? What is the goal? Just say yes if you understand that. All right, so you have lots and lots and lots of people saying yes. If you're watching this on Facebook, please hit the like button, hit the share button, or leave us some comments. I know that you may be locked out of the webinar itself. We're packed. But like and share so that other people who are unable to get on right now will be able to find us on Facebook in the Success Connection group and things, okay? Because they're likely locked out as we speak. Okay, so you've got these goals, all right? So you first determine what your goal is. The second thing is, all right, and this is important, you determine what do you need first. All right, so what do you need first? Well, in my opinion, if we're collecting email addresses, okay, you might just need an opt-in page, all right, because you're just wanting to collect that email address, okay? So, makes sense. All right, so you might just want an opt-in page. If you're creating a sales page, what you need first is to expose your customer to your sales message, okay? So you may want to drive people directly to a sales page because the first thing you want them to do is to buy something, to see something for sale. If it's branding, you might want to expose them. The first thing you want them to do is to see pictures, images, etc. In other words, you want to make sure that they see your brand, okay? You want to make sure they see, whether it's your Morrison logo like mine or whatever the case may be, you want to make sure they see that, okay? So that's the goal of this process, okay? So you want to know what the goal is and then what do you need first. And then after that, okay, step 3, you have to plan the funnel steps, okay? Plan the funnel steps. Now, I want to show you guys something real fast inside of ClickFunnels, okay? And you know that I don't normally teach inside of something like ClickFunnels. I mean, I show you my funnels, but I don't necessarily teach in it. But I want to share this with you. Now, how many of you type the number 2 in if you do not have ClickFunnels? You don't have it. Maybe you're new to our webinar tonight. Maybe you haven't done this, that, and the other. Okay, so I see lots and lots and lots of number 2s. Okay, I want you guys to write this down. Okay, I want you to write this this down real fast. You can save it. Oh, not that. That's the wrong thing. Let's see. I want you to write this down really quick for me. Okay. You could write it down if I could find my pencil. There we go. All right, write this down. This is important. No, not that. You don't want to write that down. All right, so write this down. All right, this is a link to get a free trial of ClickFunnels. It's go.dsc.com/CF. Okay, This is a link to get a free trial of ClickFunnels. We'll give you a link later on, but you'll want to get ClickFunnels in order to go through the bulk of what we're teaching, okay? And of course, the important part is we're giving you the 10 funnels, but I normally say this at the very end. I'm not going to harp on it, but the fact of the matter is I build these funnels. You guys can see I have 1,040 pages built in ClickFunnels. How many of you would say that I probably use ClickFunnels? Say yes. I mean, I use ClickFunnels all the time. And somebody said, repeat the link. I'll show you real fast while I say this. There's the link, go.vsc.com/CF. This will get you a free trial of ClickFunnels. Here's the reason why I use ClickFunnels. In our business, it's much easier to use ClickFunnels because we can get things done quickly. But what's really been a blessing to us, okay, is being able to transfer the information that we have over to you guys in a very quick, efficient manner. We have had more success stories. We have had more customers take action. We have had more people implement what we teach than we ever had in the past because of ClickFunnels, okay? So at the end of the day, ClickFunnels is not a completely free software. You can try it for free for 2 weeks with the link that I gave you on the screen. By the way, transparency, that's an affiliate link. If you go to it and you get ClickFunnels, I'll get paid. If you don't like that, then just go to clickfunnels.com, click another link, do it that way. I don't really care, right? I can promise you that making $30 or $20 a month isn't going to change my life in any way or shape or form, okay? The idea is to push you in the right direction so that you can use the things that I'm using. A lot of times when people teach you internet marketing, they teach you how to build your business, they always try to show you things that they don't actually use themselves, right? They're showing you how to do something in a way that they don't do it. And the reason for that is because most of the time anyway, it's complicated. It's difficult. When we start to do what we're doing, it's not as easy as just clicking a few buttons and dragging and dropping things. But now that ClickFunnels is around, it has really made it simple for us to drag and drop and build sales funnels. And that's the reason why why I use it, and it's the reason why I like for our students to use it. Simple as that, okay? So we'll leave that where it's at. And for those of you that don't have ClickFunnels right now, you can get it later on tonight. I'll also give you a link to it when I hook you guys up with the free funnels that we're going to do in just a second. And then you'll be able to get those free funnels, get ClickFunnels, and all that good stuff, and you'll be fine. So we talked about determining the funnel steps, right? I want to show you something real fast. When you click on Add a New Funnel to ClickFunnels, they've got multiple types of things, right? You can create a new funnel right over here with their classic funnel builder, okay? They also have this cookbook builder process. This is pre-done funnels, and it allows you to kind of figure out what funnels are right for your business, okay? So there's two different ways that you can do this. I don't and have not ever used, to be honest with you, I have never really used this cookbook builder process. I've always used everybody says hi to Chloe and Zoe. That's right. You know they're going to be yelling at me. So I always use this one over here, the classic funnel builder, and I just click on create new funnel. And then it asks you kind of what is your goal, right? And you'll see that those goals kind of match the ones I talked about earlier. Are you trying to do a webinar? Are you trying to sell a product? Or are you trying to just collect emails, right? Does everybody see this so far? Just say yes. Okay, very basic stuff. So I could choose right here that I'm trying to collect emails, all right? And I might name this, all right, Success Connection Demo, all right? And then just click Build Funnel. And what you'll find is that this will pretty much go in here and just build this funnel for you with the funnel steps that you need. I want to be very clear. All it's telling you are the steps that are required in order to make a funnel like this work. You'll see these right over here on the left. It says opt-in and thank you. Well, if you're doing something to just collect email addresses, then likely all you need is the simple email address, right, where you collect an email address, right? So the opt-in page. And then you're going to need a thank you page to thank people for opting in. Does that make sense, everybody? Okay, very good. Very, very good. Some people saying they're having a little problem staying connected. Look, we got a ton of people on tonight, so that kind of happens. my suggestion is just leave your computer still. Try not to get logged off, and hopefully that will not hurt you any. All right. So when you do this, though, here's something that you guys should be able to see really quick. Okay, is that ClickFunnels already has a few pre-done templates for you. Okay, so there are a few templates inside of ClickFunnels to help you get started using some of the things that they already have built. Okay, so you'll notice that it says email opt-in templates, and you'll see all of these templates that are down here that they kind of preloaded into this, kind of into ClickFunnels, right? So you'll see that there's lots and lots and lots of them, depending on what you're trying to do. Remember, I asked you, what is your goal and what are you doing first? If you're giving away a free book, then you would want to select one of these, maybe that shows a free book, right? So you'll see like this right here, free report, right? Or the free book funnel right there. You'll want to select a page, okay, that demonstrates or plays into what you're trying to accomplish with your funnel, okay? Now, you can always build a funnel from scratch. These are very basic funnels because these are funnels that ClickFunnels gives you for free, right? These are just kind of like mix and match type of things. So they're very basic. Some people use the very, very basic ones and it works out great. And then sometimes they don't. But these are very good to learn on. These are very, very good to learn how to use ClickFunnels and how to split test and how to build your pages in the right way because they've got all the elements there, okay? So they've got all the elements there, and all you have to do is go in and tweak those elements. Does that make sense to everybody? So for instance, we're gonna pick something and then we're gonna talk about the elements, okay? So I'm gonna pick something very basic. Check this out. I'm gonna pick this, and it's gonna build this page for me, all right? So just like that, I've built an opt-in page. Now I want you to take a look at something that will show up here. So you can't get more basic, okay, than this. Like this is super, super, super basic. This is us taking 10 steps back from what I've already taught you. This is very basic stuff. But there's a reason that I'm going over the basics because sometimes the devil's in the details, the basics hide the profits, right? I can't tell you how many people make mistakes on the most basic stuff. And yet they can do all this hard, complicated, complex stuff, but they can't do the basic stuff. And then the basic stuff keeps them from being successful. How many of you know somebody like that? Right? Yeah, probably all scratching your own self on the back saying, yeah, me. And that's okay because it happens, right? So I want you to learn the bare basics. This would be like one of the most basic pages that you can even come up with, right? But there are elements, all right? Elements are important. So let's talk about those. You want to plan the funnel steps, and then after you plan the funnel steps, which we just did, okay? Well, ClickFunnels kind of builds those out for you. Then you want to say, what are the elements? Elements are very, very important. What are the elements? Okay? Here are some of the elements that can be found on pages. You might have a headline. You might have a subheadline. You might have a timer. You might have an opt-in box. You might have an exit pop-up, right? How many of you have seen where you try to leave a page and then it pops up and says, wait, and get your email address? Okay. You might put in an exit pop. Cool things that you can do on this, right? You might have content, right? So like content or text. So text that is geared to convert, text that is geared to help people make the decision to go through your funnel. You might have what we call a lead magnet. This is the thing that you're going to give away for free so that people will actually give you their email address, right? Those things are important. You're going to have other elements that you don't even think about, like like your submit button, right? How many of you have ever thought about that as being an element? That's something that can change. That's something that's different. That's something that, believe it or not, this right here can change your opt-in rates dramatically. Other elements. What about your background? What's it going to be? Is it going to be a color? Is it going to be an image? Is it going to be, you know, like, what are you going to do with your background, right? How about this? Have you got it mobile ready? Are all these elements lined up in a way that if somebody views it on a mobile phone, it actually still works, right? Think about that. Somebody said video. There are video elements that can come into play, meaning if you put a video on the page. So when we look at elements, okay, when we look at elements, we have to understand that the elements are what create the conversions. Okay, write that down. Elements create conversions. You see, the funnel steps are just the steps that people go through. But the conversions happen because of the elements that are on the page. Think about this. Even just the colors. What colors are being used? On the font, on the backgrounds, on the images, on the buttons, right? What's being used? All of this stuff is going to affect your conversion rate. So what you have to do is you have to first say, like I said, all right, what is my goal? What do I want to accomplish with this funnel? If it is to collect emails, then I have to go down here and say, what do I want first? If my goal is to collect emails, well, then I probably want an opt-in page to be the first thing that people see in my funnel. Makes sense because that's where you collect an email address. Then I have to plan my funnel steps. Well, like I said, ClickFunnels can help you plan those. We did it and they said, hey, you need 2 pages, an opt-in page and a thank you page. Now that's very basic. When I give you the Mastery Funnel Club funnels tonight, you're going to see that we have an opt-in page that's got 3 steps. There's a secret step there that we have not really shared so much until now. So you'll be seeing that. Then once you've figured out your steps, then you've got to go in and do what we kind of call the hard part, right? It's all the elements. The elements are what make up the page. They're what makes things happen. That's what makes conversions take place. And if you look, these are all elements on this page. This is the headline element. Now, I want you guys to count right now, okay? And tell me how many elements you see on this page that will affect conversion rates right now. I want you to count, write them down, okay, for yourself. Write down how many elements you think there are. All right, I'm seeing a good bit of people, so I'm going to give you some time. All right, I see lots and lots and lots of people giving me answers. All right, let's count the elements together. There's so many people jumping in with different things. Let's count the elements together. The first element is going to be the background. What is the background? If you made this background black, I guarantee you this page wouldn't convert because you wouldn't be able to read the text because it's black. So, I mean, basic. But the point is that changing the background from a color to an image to a beach setting changes the whole vibe. How many of you think, wow, if I change this background to a setting of somebody sitting on the beach with their laptop, all of a sudden this page feels like it's something that's supposed to teach me to make money while I sit on the beach? Just say yes. Okay. Now, if I were to take this same page, the same exact page, and I were to put big houses behind it with for sale signs, and it says, discover the #1 trick for doubling your conversions, how many of you would feel like this page might be about helping real estate agents sell more houses? Just say yes. See what I'm saying? The background can change the entire vibe of a page. So see, starting with something blank like this lets you really see how just changing the background, whether it's an image or a color, can totally change the vibe of a page. This is very neutral, right? This is extremely neutral. Here's a gray page. It could be anything, right? So that's element number one. Element number two is the headline right here, okay? This is called the headline. This is the hook, all right? This is something that you need to master, because when you master the hook, you create much higher conversion rates. So the first thing is, do we have a headline at all? Because some people I see literally don't have one, all right? So that's the second element, is do we have a headline? The third element is the copy of the headline, meaning the words. What are the words that are on the page, right? You got to think about it. That headline element is actually multiple elements, because it's, what are the words? Does it exist, right? Because we can't just assume that you're going to know that you need to put one of these on a page, because a lot of people don't know that. Just all you got to do is just check your email, click on links. You'll see that people just make pages up that they're terrible because they don't know any better. So we're at three elements. What are the words on the page? Do we have a headline that even exists? All right, so we're at three. Then you have the subheadline right here. That's our fourth element. How many of you can guess what the fifth element is? That's right. What is the copy of that subheadline? Becomes the fifth element, right? It's what do the words say, and what are they conveying to the people that are sitting on the page, right? So that's the fifth element on this page, all right? The sixth element is obviously the email address box, because guess what? Sometimes people, and this happens all the time, sometimes people will go in and they will ask for a first name, a last name, and an email address. Sometimes they'll ask for just a first name and just an email address. Sometimes they ask for just an email address. There's so many different things that people ask for. That makes a difference. So our opt-in box, whatever that box might be, is an element, because we need to know what are we asking for, right? And what is our goal? Remember, what is our goal? If our goal is to build our email list, then asking for the least amount of information possible is smart. Just give me your email list, right? Give me your email address. Asking for less typically will generate more, right? Asking for less information generates more conversions, because it doesn't seem so daunting to somebody to have to go through here and fill out a bunch of information. So that's the sixth element. The seventh element is going to be this button right here, okay? Now, I'm not talking about the words on the button. I'm literally talking about the button. Just the simple fact that we have a long blue button instead of a short blue button. The fact that we have a button that goes the length of the opt-in box instead of a little bitty small one. The fact that our button isn't black, it's blue. The button itself, and we'll just call all the characteristics of the button, become the seventh element. And the eighth one would be the copy, meaning download the free report. What are the words, okay, that are on that? So that would be my eighth element, right? So in other words, wow, what are the words on that button? That would be my eighth element. And then my ninth element would be the colors of the text, okay? Meaning, you see how we put the text in there, like the number one trick, and it's red. And you could call the 10th element the size of the text, because believe it or not, people will write text that's so small that nobody sees it. And then sometimes you write it so big, you have it so big that it looks fake, right? Chris says size matters, and this is true. Sometimes smaller text is smart, sometimes larger text is smart, but the fact of the matter is that the size of the text does matter, and it can create the inability for people to see, okay, like the opt-in box without scrolling. So I could give you 10 elements on this page. Now you could dive in and come up with other elements. You could say, well, we want to throw a pop-up on here, okay? And you can do that by clicking pop-up, and then you can build your pop-up here. Or in some cases, ClickFunnels will build those pop-ups for you on some of the, obviously some of the pages. So you can have 10 elements on this, but then you could turn right around and say, well, is it mobile optimized? Up here in ClickFunnels, if you click on this little button right here that says mobile, it will change this. Now I want you to see something real fast. For me anyway, can anybody see what might be a problem for this particular form for a mobile user? Can anybody tell me? That's right. Kathleen said it first, and then Phyllis said it. Look, when you're in a desktop computer, this looks great. It's boom, right in the middle of the page. But when you're on a mobile computer or mobile phone, look at all that space that is going to be, it's pushing the whole thing down. The text itself looks a little weird because, like it says, discover the #1 trick for double conversions. It doesn't flow very well. So here's the point. For your 11th element, you should always take, and you can take like this whole section here, this green section, and you can just duplicate it. Now you'll see that it's there twice, right? And then what you do is you just make, oops, I didn't mean to duplicate it 3 times. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. And what you do is you just make this one, the one at the top, you'll make that for your desktop computer. And then you click on the one here and you click on the little mobile thing and you say mobile only. Now you'll see that this whole section becomes a mobile only section. And then you can start editing it. So for instance, the top margin right here, we can bring that thing all the way up like this. So now our page doesn't have all this crazy margin in it, right? So we can go in here and just eliminate all this padding and all this craziness. We can take this content, okay, click the little settings bar, which is in all the ClickFunnels stuff, scroll it down, right? That looks a little bit better to me, okay? We can look at all the settings for everything and make sure that things look good. Now this is your sub headline, so you probably want to drop this down just a little bit. We'll pull it up some and then drop your size down, something like that. And then for mobile, you want everything to be as close as it can, right? So we'll scroll that up. And then this button, the text is too big. It makes the button huge. So what we do is just shrink the size. All right. And then what we'll do is reduce the margin. And now all of a sudden, check it out. We've got a desktop ready page and a mobile page that's more optimal for mobile users. Does that make sense to everybody? Now you can take all the space down here below off as well by just kind of going down here, and I think it's some bottom padding or something like that. You can just take all that off. Take all that off. And now I can really push the page up to the top. So now I've got this page here and I've got that page there. What happens is now we show everything, boom, right to a mobile user straight up front, and they can quickly and easily see it. Optimizations like that, small little optimizations, are very important, because now a user on a mobile device sees this, okay, and they see this content in the same way that we see it on a desktop, which looks like this, right? They're able to see everything that they are interested in. Everything you want them to see, they can see it, and they see it in the right way. So optimizing for mobile is very key, right? One of the most important things you can do in your business right now is optimize for mobile. We did an entire, I won't harp on it too much, but I mean, we did an entire workshop on mobile, because the fact of the matter is mobile is currently about 80% of online traffic is mobile traffic. So when you're starting to look at that, it's pretty important to know exactly how to optimize your pages for mobile users, because if you don't, you're really missing a huge opportunity to make a lot of money, right? And you're going to start losing money because you're not optimized for 80% of your users, 80% of the people coming to your page. So these are the elements. And then the last step is step 5. Okay, step 5 is, how do I make my money? How do I make my money? Okay, there are options for how you make your money. One is my email list. Okay. Two might be my thank you page. Three might be my sales page. Fourth one might be my webinar. You create your own webinar, creating something like that. So you have to know, where is the money actually at? You need to know this before you just go guns blazing out there into the marketplace. You need to know, like, what am I going to do? If I get this email list, how am I going to turn that into money, right? We've talked about solo ads, okay? We've talked about solo ads. That's an important thing. That can make you a lot of money. We've talked about, obviously, automations, call it autoresponders, okay? Where you have autoresponders in there that can start making you, that can start making you good bits of money. So a lot of people ask me, how do I make my money? All of these. When you really have optimized your process, guys, what ends up happening is you build an email list. You mail that email list, solo ads, autoresponders, and different things like that. You make money on your thank you page. All right. We'll show you some of the Mastery Funnel Club funnels that I'm going to give you tonight. They literally make you money on the thank you page. You have a sales page or a webinar if you have your own products. How many of you on this webinar have your own product? Just say yes. Tara, I'm not really sure what you mean. I'm not answering your question. Your question was, how do I make my money? My answer is, I make my money doing exactly what I'm teaching you to do, which is right there on the screen. So I'm not really sure how I'm not answering your question. But please note that there are 1,000 people in this webinar, plus who knows how many on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere else. Virtually impossible for me to answer every single question. So hey, Danny, if that's the case, man, probably something that you should take up with support. All right. This webinar is not really, this is not a support oriented webinar. This is a training that is not focused on any one specific thing. All right. So somebody said, do I sell anything besides my courses? Currently, it's rare. And that's because I don't want to just always be peddling things to you guys. So how many of you like the fact that I don't sell a lot of things that are not mine? Just say it. I mean, I could bring 1 million people on here and sell stuff, but I don't. And so what that means is that it's kind of a give and take environment, meaning I do a lot of training like this, okay, completely free. I learn what the needs are. Instead of me guessing what is it that I should build and sell next in our company, what I do is I just do free training like this, and I see what the needs are. I see that, oh gosh, it's the ambassador club because people don't know they don't have a system they can plug into to make money, so we should create this ambassador club. So I did. I see that people need help with email marketing and truly understanding copy and how they can get money. So I created email domination. It's all inside of your education center, so Morrison Education. So I listen to our students, and from that, I create courses. And then if you want those courses to get more education, more information, go further in your business, you can do it. But what I don't do is just bring a bunch of people in here and say, check out all this awesome stuff that I haven't talked about in 10 years, but you should buy it because I'll make an affiliate commission on it. Now, has that cost me some affiliates and partners? Yes. There are a lot of partners, a lot of affiliates that I've been working with for years that no longer work with me anymore because I don't promote their stuff. And that's kind of the way the business works, is you promote my stuff and I promote your stuff. And so since I don't do that anymore, it makes it kind of hard for anybody to be partners with me. So, you know, that's okay because I do what I do and I love what I'm doing, and so that's all there is to it. That says, does my mother or father do this? No, my dad is currently very sick and can't even walk, and my mom is busy taking care of him. So no, my parents don't. My dad's 79, my mom's 65, so close to it. So there's none of that. But anyway, off of that kind of stuff. So the point is, I'm showing you how to do exactly what I'm doing, but what I want you to have up front, okay, is I want you to have this checklist of what are you doing, what are the steps, and how do you get your money, right? Once you know how you're going to get your money, right, like what process is it, the very last step is, we call it step 6, is what is your profit center, right? So maybe your offer, right? So what is your offer? So this could be for those of you that are ambassadors, this could be your ambassador links. This could be affiliate links. I mean, this could even be Shopify links if you're, you know, if you're e-com related. It could be your own product, okay? It could be your own service if you're offering a service to people. You know, I mean, it could be a lot of things, right? This is how do you get, you know, how do you get paid? What are you putting, you know, what's going on your sales page? What are you talking about on your webinar? What link is on your thank you page? What are you emailing to people, right? Well, it's going to be one of these profit centers, okay? So I wanted to take tonight to go through the basics of a funnel. Here are the steps that I take when I build a funnel, okay? I want you to review all of these steps before next week. I want you to understand the 6 steps. When I come on next week, okay? When I come on next week, here's what's gonna do. Here's what's going to happen. And I'm gonna make a note of this. All right, within the first 5 minutes, let's see. First 5 minutes, I'm going to give away $500. The only thing that you'll have to do is type in the 6 steps, okay, the 6 steps to building a funnel. And the very first person that types it in, when I say go, is going to win $500. Very first person. But you got to get all the steps right. So what does that mean? That means that you simply have to study and have to remember next week which of these 6 steps, like the order of the 6 steps, and have them ready to go so that you'll be able to possibly win. How many of you like that? Okay, lots of people. This is just my way of saying, how in the heck am I benefiting from that? I don't benefit from it. It's just part of the process, okay? Now, the Mastery Funnel Club funnels, all right? Let's talk about those real fast. The Mastery Funnel Club funnels can be installed into your ClickFunnels account in just seconds tonight, hopefully less than 15 minutes. Those funnels, this is the one I just created for you guys, are right here. So you guys will see these 10 funnels. Does everybody see how those say they were updated 7 days ago, right? So last week I told you guys we were going to do this. We were going to give this to you. Oh, Beth, no worries. I was just kind of laughing that no, my parents don't do this. No disrespect. So these funnels right here, I'm giving them to you free. You're going to get links in just a second to click and install the funnels, okay? They are all separate funnels because they're truly separate. They're funnels. These are not pages. Does everybody see right here? Like right there where it says 4 steps, 4 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps. Does everybody see that? Okay. These are specific funnels, meaning for this funnel right here, okay, let's just say this one. Okay, there are 4 steps to that funnel. It's not just one step, not just an opt-in page with that we can do 15 opt-in pages and 1 thank you page. That's not how it works. These are legit, complete funnels, okay? Does that make sense, everybody? Okay, so these are complete funnels with the steps included for each one. All right. Rather than me go through the funnels tonight, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you homework, which I'm starting to get really good at homework. All right, for next week. I'm going to give you the funnels tonight, by the way, in just a minute. But next week, here's what I want from you. All right, because the idea is to make these funnels so simple that you should be able to get into them and then tweak them and change them and edit them to be what you want them to be. Okay, so step one, I'm going to give away $500 in the first 5 minutes of the webinar. So $500 in the first 5 minutes. All right. Number two is important. Look like I must have my little thing here dropped off. All right. I want you to post your edited funnels in our group. I'm going to award $300 to 3 winners. That's $100 each. So what that means is I want you to take the funnels that I'm giving you tonight, and I want you to edit those funnels to make them your own, and then I want you to post them in our Success Connection group, and I'm going to scroll through them next week. We're going to do a class. All right, so we're going to do basically a funnel review. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through what other people did, okay, how they did it, why they did it, and of course, the entire process through which they did this. And this will mean all steps. So important to note, all steps. So this is not, for those of you that have been with us for a while and I've given you funnels before, oftentimes I call them funnels, but it's just a couple of opt-in pages, right? All I want you to do is take one of these funnels, whichever one you want, there's 10 of them, and I want you to rebuild it for yourself, okay? So I want you to rebuild it for yourself. And then I want you to post that link in our Success Connection group and say, hey, everybody, look what I did with funnel number 8. This is awesome. What do you think? Give me some feedback, edit it, make it look your way, right? And what I'm going to do is give away $100 to 3 different people right when we open up the webinar. That's going to literally be the first thing that we do. How many of you will do your homework because I'm going to pay you to do your homework? You got to love it. I wish they did this stuff in high school. I would have been a much smarter high school student if they like bribed me a little bit ethically anyway, to do the stuff I need. All right, then here's the thing that's going to happen next week that's going to be awesome. Once you've kind of got the basics down, we're going to get into what we call conversion hacks. What this means is these are the things that we are going to do, okay, to increase conversions on any funnel and any page that we build. All right? Any funnel and any page that we build, okay, we're going to increase our conversions on it using these conversion hacks. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay? Yes? Very good. I told you I would keep it to about an hour tonight. I'm an hour and 10 minutes. I'm sorry. So here's what we're going to do. That is what's happening next week. I wanted to get through some of the basics tonight because I think it's important. A lot of people don't use ClickFunnels just to see how to build your own funnel, how to set this funnel up, look at the elements, and start thinking about all the elements on the page, not just the little boxes and the sections, but what's happening within those boxes and within those sections. That's the real key, right? That's the real key. Now, a couple of quick things, because some people have asked me how to get in the group. This is the Facebook group. You should go and request to get in here. I'm going to put this in the chat box. All right. The Facebook group link is now in your chat box on GoToWebinar. My Instagram account, which none of you follow, but you should, is now in the chat box. And so these are the two places you want to go. All right. To get ClickFunnels, oops, I'm going to put that link in the chat box for you as well, because some of you have asked for that. You will have to get ClickFunnels. You will need to get ClickFunnels tonight, because we will be shutting these links down in about 15 minutes. Okay. So 15 minutes. All right. Now, here's how you will get the funnels. Okay. Let me just show them to you. It's a little bit different than it normally is. All right. I've built a landing page like this talking about these funnels. You will see funnels 1 through 10. Does everyone see this? Just say yes if you see this. Okay? So everybody sees all these funnels. I am going to put a link to this page right here. So first things first, everyone write this website address down. If you're new, if you've been here before, you know this website address, it's okay. If you're new, I have put it in the chat box for you. This website address takes you, and there's a password, which I'll give you in a second, but this website address takes you to a page that looks like this. And this is basically all of our Success Connection assets. If you're brand new, this is literally like the holy grail for you. This is everything that you might have missed in the last 3 years, all in one place, right? So you know, it makes sense. You can subscribe to our Facebook alerts. I'd love for you to do that. It lets me send you a reminder that we're on Facebook. I mean, a reminder that our webinar is live. It takes just a second. It's really not that hard. You can activate your free trial to ClickFunnels right here. So if you didn't write the link down or something, you can actually you can click this link in here. I want to be very clear on something, okay? Because there are a good many new people in here, which is very cool. So I want to be very clear. I don't get on here and do all this just to sell ClickFunnels. But if you do buy ClickFunnels through this link, it is an affiliate link, and I do get paid for it, okay? So feel free to just go to clickfunnels.com if you, for any reason, feel like I only give away funnels just to make a ClickFunnels commission, okay? But you do have to have your ClickFunnels account open. I want that to be very, very clear. You have to have your ClickFunnels account open before you click on any of the links. So you have to open up your ClickFunnels account and then go here and click on these links, and it will automatically install that funnel right into your ClickFunnels account. So very, very important that you follow those instructions. Don't go clicking the links before you have your ClickFunnels account open, okay? So very, very, very important part of the process. Now, you will see, if you're new, there's a lot of funnels through here. You can download all of these funnels. They're completely free. Not going to cost you anything. But down here, you will see the Mastery Funnel Building Workshop assets. And it says, I'm going to give you the first 10 funnels from our Mastery Funnel Club free. I'm going to put a link to that page right here. Okay? Does everybody see this section right here, which is where the link will go? Just say yes. Okay. In about 3 seconds, well, not 3 seconds, in a couple of minutes, I'm going to put that link there. And then that will take you to go to the other page. You'll click it. You'll see this page, and you will be able to then download all of these funnels. This page will be removed from the internet in 15 minutes. Does that make sense to everybody? Just say yes. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hook this link up. Then I'm going to give you the password for that page. And everybody can go get all the Mastery Funnel Club pages. I want you to be understanding of something. If you're already logged into this page, like some of you are, because some of you have been around for a while, you will have to do what we call a hard refresh. Hit the shift button and refresh the browser once I update the link. Otherwise, you won't see it, right? Because you're there before it's there. All right, so very, very important. So I have a question for you. How many of you will be back next week on the Success Connection for all of our giveaways? $500 in the first 5 minutes just for knowing the 6 steps. $300 for editing, building, and posting your pages inside of our Success Connection group, which is freaking awesome, right? It's going to help other people learn what's going on, what's happening, the customization. This is how people learn, which is great. Then we're going to do a complete funnel review. So I'm going to take those funnels, I'm going to review them, I'm going to see what elements aren't good, what elements are good. And then we're going to go over the conversion hacks that I use, okay, every single week to be able to crush my funnels, right? So those are the things that are happening next week. I see lots and lots and lots of people saying they will be here. That's always great. Remember, if you enjoyed tonight, right, it's always a blast for me to see people inside of the group. So you can post inside of the group once we wrap things up here. This is the Success Connection group right here. So if you're trying to join, which there's people trying to join right now, we'll approve you tonight whenever we finish this finish the webinar up, and you can go in and interact with people. You'll see tons and tons of people in here that are posting all kinds of cool stuff. So this is the Success Connection community. We've spent 3 years building. It's 12,500 people, and it's just a great place for all of you to be able to come together and learn together, post all day long, all week long. And that's what's really going to help you to create massive, massive success. So the Success Connection group is important. And then we are, and I'm having my guys on that are streaming this live on Facebook pick a winner. We have our Facebook stream going right now. And if you comment on our Facebook stream and just tell us how much you enjoy or don't enjoy the webinar, Chris is going to pick somebody and post below that because normally I end up completely screwed and I can't get it to load when I'm done. So if you go to my fan page and find the live stream right here, and you just leave a comment and let us know what you think about the webinar, like it, share it. You know we're not making any money off of it. It's free. You can see Chris is publishing it and streaming it live from my office right now. So if you leave us some comments in here and likes and shares, I'm going to have Chris comment with a $100 cash prize winner here as soon as the webinar is over. So again, check us out on Facebook. You know my fan page. Just type in Anthony Morrison, and you'll be able to get there. So with that said, let me hook up your funnel page real fast. All right, so give me just 1 second. I will put your links back on the screen. Okay, so here are your links. Make sure you write all those links down. All right, and I'm going to hook this thing up for you real fast and then give it to you. So this should be a lot of fun, I think, anyway. All right, so give me just 1 second. Let's see. All right. We'll put this in there. It's going to take just a second while I update the page. And your link will be live, and you'll be able to get the Mastery Funnel Club funnels completely free. Again, remember to get ClickFunnels first. Don't freak out if it doesn't work if you don't have ClickFunnels, because I'm just telling you it won't. All right, so let's see. Download your funnels now. Click here. All right, so we're going to make this thing a link for you. I know you're not seeing anything happen on my screen. That's because if I tried to do this while you were watching, it would freeze up GoToWebinar. So should be good. Save. Voila. All right, so you will now see on this page when you go here, you will see this link right here, which will take you to this page to download your funnels. So how do you get here, right? How do you get to this page to download your funnels? Like I said, the first thing you're going to do is go to this URL, and your password for tonight, I'm going to hook you up with your password. All right, your password for tonight is Mastery, M-A-S-T-E-R-Y, Mastery. All you've got to do is, and I'm going to pull this up, then I'm going to pull this down here. All you've got to do is go to that page, type in the word Mastery, and it will set you up to where you can hop in here and get your free funnels. These free funnels are going to be available for 15 minutes. Tell me if you see it. Just say yes if you see it in there. All right. All right. I see lots of people saying yes. If you do not see the link, remember what I told you. You're going to need to refresh your screen. That means you've loaded the page before. So hit the shift button and hit the refresh button at the same time. So hold down your shift key on your computer and hit refresh on your browser, and it will show you the link, right? So all you got to do is shift and refresh if you've been on this page before. For those of you that are new, you've got to get ClickFunnels first. It shouldn't take but a few minutes to get a free trial up. because there's not a whole lot that has to be done. I'm happy to go back in and resave this, guys, but I can promise you that it's working because lots and lots and lots of people see it right now. So lots and lots of people are already getting these funnels. So I can promise you that it is working, and I'm seeing lots of people are getting it. So I just hit the save button again. A few people said it takes a few refreshes. So it just depends on obviously how long and how much how long and how much your computer's cached. So just keep hitting the refresh button. It will show up. The password is mastery. So the password is mastery. If you don't have ClickFunnels, please don't click the links because they won't work. So a lot of people freak out because they don't know. So Mike says on a PC, it's Control F5. So control and refresh, right, instead of shift. So that's perfectly fine. Let's see. Jim says already downloaded all 10. So I promise you guys that they're there. 100%. They are there. Lots of people are downloading them right now. But of course, you're going to have to refresh it. Everybody's saying I've got all 10, got all 10, got all 10. So all 10 of them are there. I'm gonna close this down, and I'm giving you guys. Lauren said had to hard refresh 4 times. So I'm going to give you a few minutes because I know that a lot of you have had to hard refresh. Okay. Remember, all you got to do is go to the link that you see on the screen, go.bsc.com/funnel, put in the password mastery, and then first things first, get ClickFunnels because you got to have it in order to use these funnels. Then scroll down and click the link for the Mastery Funnel Club funnels, and you will get them all instantly tonight. I see tons and tons of people saying yes. Most everybody pretty much has. I don't think we have to extend the time too long for people to get ClickFunnels. I think most everybody has it. So, the process is the first thing you got to do is get ClickFunnels. Then once you get ClickFunnels and you have your account, you log into it, which really shouldn't take a couple of minutes, right? Because it's a free trial. They make it very simple to just get started. Once you're logged in, if you come back and you click these links that you see on this page, it will automatically put those funnels into your account. So within just seconds, you have all of those funnels installed in your own account. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, very good. Very, very good. All right, so Kevin says I got all 10. Kathy says, I'm on my phone and I can't see your screen to download the funnels. I'm panicking. Kathy, don't panic. Don't panic. I know you're here, so don't panic. Let's see. Garrett says, amazing and generous. Thank you. Carolyn says, Yorkie's in the house. I got all 10. Let's see. Going through here. Let's see. Mike says, I got, let's see. All 10 are downloading now. They're still loading. Let's see. Very good. So I got lots and lots of people that are saying, if you get like an error when you try to click on one, it's likely because so many people are trying to get the same funnels right now. Sometimes we kind of overload ClickFunnels with funnel downloads. So just keep clicking the link. Everything will be fine, and you'll be able to get them. How many of you enjoyed tonight? Just say yes or no, or maybe. I'd love for you to leave me comments on Facebook if you can. If you got a second and you don't mind, it would be great because we always like to get the feedback on Facebook from, just what people think. Did you enjoy tonight's webinar? Did you have a good time? Did you learn a lot? Do you feel like it was, time well spent? All those types of things. Always things that we're interested in. Each and every week, I'm trying to make the Success Connection better. Trying to leave kind of my imprint, right, on your life and your business. And so hopefully you guys enjoy that and have a good time. Don't forget to become a member of the Success Connection group. It's free, costs nothing. If you apply tonight, we'll get you in there before the end of the night. I'll make that commitment. We'll get you approved before the end of the night. So listen, guys, I am going to go eat dinner right now. So I want to thank you all for being here. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put up a 15-minute timer here on the screen. So we'll just go with a incognito window here, Google timer, and I'm going to change this to 15. Oops, no, to no, we want it to be. Why are you being like this? There we go, 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do is just make this smaller, and then I am going to open that page, and then I am going to put this page down here. All right. So we are going to put a 15-minute timer on the screen. You got 15 minutes to get ClickFunnels, to jump in, and of course, to be able to get all of my funnels and the Mastery Funnel Club funnels, and then we will remove them, okay? So we're gonna put 15 minutes up from the time that I basically say good night and have a great night and a great weekend. That way they'll only be live 15 minutes while I'm not sitting here monitoring my links and seeing what's happening on them. So you got 15 minutes. If you don't have ClickFunnels, fastest way to get it is go right here, or there's a link on the screen if you just want to go straight in, go.bsc.com/CF. That'll get you ClickFunnels. And then all you've got to do is log in, get everything, and click your links to download all of your funnels. It's fairly simple, and it's not hard. All right, so the funnel link isn't working. Yeah, that's probably because there's a lot of people on it. So I'm going to leave it up for 15 minutes here so that you guys can get it. Let's see. Going through here. Just trying to make sure that I could get I have all the questions and answers and things. Looks like we're good. Okay, perfect. I don't think that I have too many. How many of you are trying to get ClickFunnels right now and you're having to wait to get ClickFunnels to do this? Type number 2 in if that's you. So if you're actually having to go get ClickFunnels right now to get the funnels. Okay, so we have some people. So you've got enough time to be able to do that. It shouldn't take that long to be able to get ClickFunnels and go in it and then, you know, do what you got to do. Let's see. Very good. So I see lots of people that are still just trying to get in everything. Great. So you should have plenty of time. Here's what I'll do. I'll reset it so that those of you that are getting ClickFunnels right now have a little extra time. So we'll reset and start. I will jump back on here in 15 minutes and make sure everybody is good. So I'm going to cut my webcam off now. I'm going to go have some dinner, but I'm going to check back in 15 minutes and just make sure we don't have any people that get left out because it took them a little longer to get the links to download. So you have some time. Take advantage of it. Hang out here. Get ClickFunnels. We're going to wrap things up. Listen, I hope you have a great weekend, a safe weekend, and a productive weekend. And I look forward to seeing everybody here next week, same place, same time on the Success Connection. We should have an awesome, awesome time next week. I'll email, or all of your notes will be put into the members area. Make sure that you have a Morrison Education account. If you don't, I don't know what's going on. Log into Morrison Education. There's some updates coming to Morrison Education. They're going to blow your mind. Our portal is getting better. It's getting smarter, and it's going to be giving more free courses to you. So if you do not have a Morrison Education account, you need one. It's just morrisoneducation.com. It's completely free to set up an account. All of the courses and software and things that you purchase will show up in there. So if you already have purchased something, that's where you're already logging in to get it, right? So make sure you have a Morrison Education account. Some really cool things coming your way. Leave me some feedback on Facebook. Get your funnels, get ClickFunnels. Make sure all this stuff is ready. And I'll see you guys next week, same place, same time. All right. Good night, everybody.